Hey guys, so this week Disney Plus launched its brand new Disney Star, and there seems to be literally everything on it. They seem to have taken shows that are on Prime, shows that are on Netflix, shows that are on TV, films, movies, everything. It seems to have literally everything, and I don't really know how they've gotten away with it because I'm sure Netflix and Prime aren't too happy. But it is here, it is launched, and I thought I would invite you all to explore it with me. Okay, the first film I noticed is The Favourite. Now, I wanted to watch this for so long when it came out, so I'm really glad this is on here. That is definitely something that I will be watching at some point, but maybe not now with you guys. A lot of cartoons on here. Family Guy was something I knew was coming onto here, and I recently started watching clips of on Facebook. Haven't really seen the whole thing, but that is on there, which doesn't surprise me because they had The Simpsons on here for a long time, so it's pretty much down the same kind of alleyway. Romantic comedies on here, so we have Pretty Woman, which I'm so excited to be able to watch whenever I want. The Other Woman, another great film. I do have both of those on DVD, but it seems that they are DVDs people have been telling me for a long time and not the way forward, or have almost died out, and I've been holding on to them so I can watch them whenever I want to, but alas, it seems like I can do that anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna watch with you guys William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio in it. It is a very spoofy, but not spoofy. It takes itself seriously, but it is a bit of a, I don't even know what, 90s? It was made in the 90s, it might be set in the 90s, it's just a wee little bit modern. So they use the actual language of the Shakespearean language, they use the words of the play, but it's really modern day, and I think that's why it came across as a bit spoofy, because it's so juxtaposed. Oh, it's dramatic. I forgot it's dramatic. Oh, I forgot it had Paul Rudd in it. See, I haven't watched this film in honestly about 7 or 8 years. It is literally like someone has gone and for their GCSE project for Romeo and Juliet, they have gone and made a trailer. There's just so much happening. This whole scene, I can't even get over it. Ow. Stop it. I'm just explaining, I just way to open a scene. If you had never watched this film before, and bearing in mind I watched this about 7 years ago, so I forgot a lot of it. Just the whole opening to this film is madness. This is madness. Is that a thing? Do they have that? It's with like the megaphones in if you're flying around in a helicopter? Surely you wouldn't be able to hear that. It's got a big bolt where he's like speaking and then it's like speaking to the ground, but surely a helicopter makes so much noise you wouldn't be able to hear that. Oof. I forgot how good looking young Leonardo DiCaprio was. Like, just quite, like, everyone knows he's good looking, but just quite how good looking. Although, a bit weird of his parents to just do like a drive-by stalk publicly with like 3 or 4 cars. He can see them coming, roll the window down and just stare at him, but don't actually bother to get out and say anything or be like, "You alright, son? You good? You feeling okay?" Oh my gosh, I completely forgot how dramatic the Capulet household is. Her mother. She's a full-on parody of a person. And she's just drowning herself, that's all. That makes sense. I kind of want that skirt. I do kind of want that skirt. The skirt the mum's wearing. Before the party, when she's like showing her daughter that I want that skirt, the Cleopatra skirt. I'm not really explaining the story. I assume you all know the story of Romeo and Juliet. But this is Romeo is sad because he likes this woman called Rosalie, and then she don't love him. So he's all depressed, like really depressed. And then Mercutio turns up aggressively angry in this. Like, he's clearly got some issues. Why is he such a killjoy? Like, even if you're in love, you can go out. What is it people sticking their heads in water in this? It's not even like foreshadowing because they don't even drown. Like, when we first see Juliet, she's sticking her head in a bathtub, and then he, now to get over the drugs and like the craziness of people at this party, he sticks his head in a sink, and now they meet. This is actually quite cute, but they meet looking through a fish tank, which also, can we just say, men and women's toilets are supposed to be separate, and there's a massive fish tank wall in the middle that just lets you see through to the other side. So, A, in their house they have a men and women's toilet, when most of the time it would just be a family of 3 living there, and B, there's a fish tank in the middle of it. A bit creepy, actually. Really cute, but a little bit creepy that she's just like sticking her eye through the coral, like, I see you, I see you. He's also acting like they've met before and they just really haven't. Okay, he's whispering to her and she just wouldn't hear it. They're at a party. Do you love me? They literally have known each other for like 10 minutes. Would he not be arrested? Would the priest not be arrested for like casually making poison in his shed? Like, is that not weird? Is that not something that the rest of the congregation would probably be like, might not want to do that? Where are they? Because they've just literally come out of this massive mansion that they live in, and then I assumed the nurse lived there too, but they're just in this little like annex, granny annex, where the fridge is in the sitting room. Oh, the music in this film, they have really just... Oh, she looks so pretty. She looks so pretty. But he isn't crying. He looks happy, but he doesn't look that happy. Like, I feel like for the whole we're gonna die for each other vibe, they could have made him a bit happier. He saw them coming! Like, he fully was like, the Capulets aren't here, turned around, saw their car pull in, and then was like, oh no, and then just decided to chill a bit more, and then now he's like, oh my god, they're here. He knew they were here, he saw them. Just saying. Under a disco ball on the beach. Like, I kind of want to go to this beach. Where is this beach? If anyone knows where this beach is, let me know. No. Oh, it's just so pretty. Oh, don't. Just don't. Just. Ew, that would hurt. But there's fully no need for Mercutio to die. Go to the doctors. Like, you've been shot in the stomach. This is 1996. He hasn't even been shot, he's been scratched with a knife. Go to the hospital. Has anyone noticed that Leonardo DiCaprio, when he gets like really emotional, his voice goes so high pitched? So high pitched. Oh, don't kill him. Oh no. Oh. The people who play the dads in this should like fully 100% just join the Mafia, because they are just so good at playing Mafia dads. Why couldn't she just run away? Why couldn't he, like, okay, she had to die so they didn't go looking for her, but why couldn't she just run away and they'd be like, I got married? Because they're going to know that she's not there anyway, because they bury her in a family tomb. So then when the body's not there, they're going to be like, oh, she wasn't dead. Or, even worse, she's been stolen. Also, not being funny, they have phones in this day and age, so I know it wouldn't work with the plot because it was written when they didn't have phones, but like, he could have rung Romeo just to make sure he got the message. He would have seen the piece of paper that said, we tried to deliver your message, it was right by his foot, and then he would have been like, oh, I'll just go to the like, I can kind of understand it. I can understand this in Shakespeare's time, but like in modern day, you just wouldn't let him die. Okay, right, nobody else. He's like screaming his head off, and nobody in the surrounding caravans are even like looking at him. They're just like letting him get on with his screaming business, and they're all just tethering their horses. He would have seen the letter that said, like, we missed you, we'll try again tomorrow. You'd go to the post office first. If you're like, have you no letters for me from the priest, you'd go and just like check the post office. Or like ring him. This is just stressful. Wouldn't you hide? Wouldn't you just like not come in full view? And also, why do they need police helicopters? And why does everybody in this film wake up like... Why would you go to a random poison dealer and be like, give me poison? Why would you not go to the friar? Okay, like he might try to stop you, but also he literally just makes poisons in his free time, so... Why would you not just go and check with him as well? Why would you not be like, why could you let her die? It's making me moody. Also, the friar now knows that he didn't get the letter, so why would you not just go and like wait in the church for him? Why? Stop shooting. Stop shooting and just go into the church. I might not cry. I feel like I might not cry. I just think, you know, I know it's coming. I'll be fine. I think I'll be fine. The body bags in the modern day kind of kill it though. Like, let's not have them in body bag. There is so much more in Disney Plus or Disney Star that they have just dropped than that. There is tons and tons and tons to explore. But I haven't seen that film in so long. I was really here for that film. I was really in the mood for it. And maybe that will inspire you guys to go and watch it too if you haven't seen it, or to go and explore Disney Star and everything else it has to offer on it. There is literally everything from sad to happy to funny to not funny. I don't know what the opposite of fun... Well, yeah, there is no genre of not funny films, but I guess there are, but not explicitly. So, but yeah, there's loads on there. There's everything that you guys might want to go and see. So I would highly recommend and explore and to see what you guys have to offer. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you have a great week and I will see you soon.